Is there anyone that you can think about? I said, Ed and I agreed, bringing Eminem out in Detroit would be like,
oh yeah,
cheat code.
Cheat code.
Who would you think?
When I think of like the loudest crowds, I think of Taylor. Like she'd probably have the loudest crowd on her.
That one's easy.
And
you
so
put Taylor in Philly, we're gonna be loud.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in Dallas that you think besides you?
Besides me,
maybe Beyonce in Houston.
Oh, Beyonce in Houston. Duh. Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to think of. Welcome back, real ones, to season 2 of Not Gonna Lie, a Wave original. I purposely didn't full send it. I should have known. I should have fucking known. Welcome back, real ones, to season 2 of Not Gonna Lie, a Wave original brought to you by CVS Health. I'm your host, Kylie Kelce, and if you're new to the show this season, here's pretty much everything you need to know about me. I have a bunch of kids, a whole horde of children, 4 girls to be exact, and no, we don't need to try for a boy, so suck my ass. My husband played for the Eagles for 13 years, but please, dear God, do not call me a wag. And I'm officially in year 2 of this podcast where I talk about wiping kids' butts, issues important to women, and I get to speak to people that I have absolutely no business speaking to. Now, you might be wondering, what's going to change in season 2? Fucking nothing, including the way I speak. Which, of course, brings me to the first point. Queen Emma is rage baiting me with a brand new swearing complaint here. Why do the Kelce family swear so much? At least Trevor and Kylie do. First of all, who the fuck's Trevor? If you mean Travis, my brother-in-law, you're fucking right, we do. Also, just keep scrolling. You literally don't. I really cannot emphasize this enough. Once you interact with the content, you're going to continue getting the content. And then you're going to continue getting me and Trevor swearing our asses off. Coming up on our season 2 premiere, since it's our first episode of 2026, I'm going to share my ins and outs for this year. And spoiler alert, giving a fuck is definitely out for a second year in a row. Feels good. After that, I flew all the way out to LA to sit down with today's guest, and I'd do it again, which is really saying something. She's a multi-platinum superstar with some of the best pop hits ever. Guys, it's Demi Lovato. What? I know. I'm confused too. But before we get to all that, let's start off with our NGL announcements. First up, the real ones might have already seen the news. I'm going to the Winter Olympics. And not only am I going, NGL is going. Yep. Squad, roll out. Appropriate usage. Okay. We're going to be taping 2 Olympic episodes right from Milan. This is... The first one comes out February 19th. Queen Emma wants to know if I'm excited for Milan. That exhale you heard just a few words ago was me. I regularly have an experience on this podcast, similarly to announcing that we have interviewed Demi Lovato for this episode and all of the other guest announcements that we had the absolute pleasure of doing in season 1. When I say the sentences, my brain is like, that was such a dumb sentence. That was silly. Events I'm looking forward to the most. I'm very, very excited to watch slope style snowboarding because I have personal investment now. You'll see. I am very excited to watch ice skating because I could never. And speaking of the Winter Olympics and the things that I've teased now, we've been busy the past few weeks shooting 2 new episodes of FAFO with the help of YouTube, NBC, and some badass Olympians. I know, silly sentence. Okay, you'll be able to watch me learn to curl. Yep, we went all the way to South Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and we got to learn how to curl. It was incredible. That episode of FAFO is coming out on February 3rd on YouTube. And I just got back from taping the second one in Aspen. That's right. I returned to the scene of the crime. If you know, you know. I got to meet with Jamie Anderson, who was incredible. You'll be able to watch me eat shit countless times. We're literally going to have an eat shit counter. So like just stay tuned for fun. All right, that's it for our NGL announcements. And now in honor of my mother-in-law's debut on Traitors, I'm going to attempt to recap it, which probably isn't going to go well because I don't watch reality television. And I didn't quite get around to watching all of the episodes yet that have been released. But in an attempt to be doing this in a timely manner, I do know how it went. Small disclaimer, I'm about to talk about Traitors, and I am not going to edit myself. So if you have not watched yet, which I suggest you do, maybe skip ahead. So, what are my takeaways? She was a traitor! Oh my God. Can I tell you? There are so many things. Like, if someone was like, guess what happened? Not in a million. I don't know why that didn't even cross my mind that was a possibility. I genuinely couldn't tell you. I don't know why that wasn't a possibility in my brain. Maybe it's because of like her naturally sweet disposition. I was like, she wouldn't. As if it's a choice. That's not how that works. And Donna was a traitor. I'm not over this. And it's going to take me a while to get over it. I will say this. I have seen the clip many times now on my doom scroll of Donna's exit, which is when they put you on the little circle on the floor and because everyone voted and said the most votes were for Donna, we think she's the traitor. And she stood on the little circle on the floor. And then it's basically the person's opportunity to reveal right before they leave whether or not they were a faithful or a traitor.
Meeting every single one of you.
And her little speech right there.
On that note, I think I'm gonna go, but
you nailed that, Donna. You nailed that so hard. And she does like the dramatic turn and walk off when everyone else is celebrating. You can see her in the back of the clip, like turn and walk out of the doorway. Guys, she nailed that. I have not gotten a chance to talk to Donna about it yet. Because I didn't watch the full episode. I want to make sure that I can dive into a full celebration of Donna's accomplishments. And my understanding is that there's some things that I have not seen in the clips, like challenges that she was involved in, that I would like to know before I text her about it. I mean, is she going to receive a whole paragraph? At minimum. But from what I've seen, she was a traitor and she fucking nailed it. Next up, Doom Scroll of the Week. Doom Scroll of the Week is brought to you by Olipop, a new kind of soda. First up on Doom Scroll, my algorithm has informed me of a new Gen Z trend called the swag gap. And I feel personally victimized. Queen Emma, the clip, please.
The swag gap is a very real thing to me, and it's something that I think about very frequently, like way more often than I probably should, if I'm being honest. But like, how could I pull up somewhere in an outfit like this? Like low bun action, cute sunglasses, hoop earrings. Are you seeing these shoes? Cargo pants. Like, how could I be wearing something like this and then show up with a guy who's in flip-flops and a vest?
I can confirm it does exist. I am the one bringing the team down. It's me. It's not my husband. My husband, he's the one who's got the swag. When Jason and I first started dating, Jason would wear V-neck plain t-shirts. It was this same idea of, if I like it, I'll just buy it in another color. That was Jason's MO. He would just wear the exact same shirt in a different color. And let me tell you, it hugged the biceps. It hung off the shoulders nicely. And it also emphasized like how just, it looked good. My husband, when we first started dating, disliked suits so badly. But now, because he has to sit the desk on Monday nights and he has to be a little more professional, he's wearing a suit on a very regular basis. And let me tell you something. Don't ever ask yourself why we have 4 kids. You know? That's self-explanatory. Turn on ESPN on Monday night. I said what I needed to say. Now, the swag gap for clothing is one thing. He clearly has like a cooler swag to the way he dresses. Swag in general, like overall swag, we've seen him dance, guys. And I don't even need you to see me dance to know that's a low bar. And I will always knock him down a few pegs when it comes to him thinking he's a good dancer. I mean, I find it cute and endearing, but like we've seen it. Okay. Next, like I said earlier, I just got back from a work trip. So this TikTok really hit close to home. Queen Emma. The side of traveling for work no one warned you about, the pump and dump. Oh, she's dumping. Oh my God, there's so many bottles of milk down the sink. Oh, and crying emojis. Oh, this hurts my soul. Coming from someone who is admittedly a bare minimum supplier. That's what I call myself because that is the truth of my breastfeeding journey. And it has been for all 4 children. Okay. This is not a self-deprecating situation. This is legitimately just me being realistic with how my breastfeeding has panned out for all of my children. That being said, because we are weaning, Finn was, when we were away on the work trip, getting formula bottles. I then had to pump and dump. Now, coming especially from a bare minimum supplier who on a regular basis has been truly deeply disappointed with what was contained within the pump once I took the pump off, to dump out 3 to 4 ounces aside was like a dagger to the heart. It was, first of all, I would have this moment of pride where I was like, oh, and then right down the hotel sink it went. It's sad. I didn't want to get a clogged duct, which everybody knows sucks. I will say one of my biggest tips for clogged ducts, which I think is something that I discovered when I had one with Wyatt. If you have a handheld shower head, you can turn it on the hardest setting possible and the hottest that you can handle it and massage. Yep. I'm saying this out loud for the internet. And I'm going to finish my thought now because it's not going to stop me. You massage it down your boob towards your nipple and then get out of the shower and pump right away, or feed the baby right away. But it would probably work better to pump right away. You're welcome. Finn did finally fully cut a tooth. There is just one tooth right at the bottom. And last night she had something in her mouth and I thought for a second that she was cutting a tooth on the top, and I got so sad because if you know, you know, when there is a baby with only two teeths, I say teeths for a reason, because if you look at them, they're not teeth. That would be ridiculous. They're teeths. Everybody knows that. Right at the bottom. I genuinely, it is a phase I am not ready to miss out on our 4th kid. But also, stay away from my nipples. Anyway, the last thing on Doom Scroll, we're in the midst of what the kids call, oh, the kids. Oh, God. The kids call dry January, or as I call it, January. Queen Emma, roll it.
I think we earned a beer tonight. I know it's dry January, and I know it's the 8th, but I think we earned a beer tonight. We've been working out really good. We've been working really hard, really busy. And
yeah, you said the 8th. It's the 8th. said, I know it's the 8th. I know we're only 8 days. I know we're one day over a weekend is what he said. Giving up on dry January on the 8th of January. I mean, you're a quarter of the way there. If Jason were to try it, it depends. It depends. In January, I feel like there are celebrations and people are traveling for playoffs. I feel like January is iffy. But if you picked a different month of the year, maybe like a March, solid chance. Oh, nope, St. Patty's Day. February has the Super Bowl. Maybe April. I myself have absolutely no feelings about dry January because I don't drink. There's so many people who will comment on things or even slide into my DMs and be like, I just want to have a wine night with you, or I just want to have a beer with you. I'm so sorry to disappoint you all. But I don't really drink. My go-to at a bar, a fully stocked bar specifically, is always going to be a Shirley Temple. But apparently now I don't even have to leave my house for a Shirley Temple. Yep. I'm just as shocked as you are. Olipop just introduced their brand new flavor, Shirley Temple. Guys, it's like we manifested it. Your inner child will be grinning ear to ear, it says. Stay tuned and I'll try it. That's it for Doom Scroll of the Week, brought to you by Olipop. Now, let's move on to the second annual edition of My New Year's Ins and Outs, brought to you by Intuit TurboTax. Now, this is taxes. Now, I realize this is an older trend. I also realize it's January 15th, and it's late as fuck to be doing this. But guess what? I don't care. We're doing it anyway. Here are my top 5 ins and outs for 2026. Starting with my ins. Number 1, and we'll kick it off with something real controversial. Kittens and puppies. That's right. I am definitely looking to add things to our home. Will it be a kitten? Will it be a puppy? If Jason has anything to do with it, it'll be neither. Number 2, not leaving the house. Guys, just let's not. Let's collectively decide not to, and then we won't have to meet each other out. You know what I'm saying? Number 3, mom and dad, no kids time. Okay? Big deal. We got to try for more date nights or maybe a trip together. Who knows? But you know what I do know? I know what came the last time mom and dad went on a no kids trip. So you know what else is in? Contraception. Okay. Number 4, bagel sandwiches. Technically, they've been in every year, but there are a few better ways to start your day than a bagel Sammy, let me tell you. Number 5, flipping the bird. Very in for 2026. Guys, it's the most direct way to just let people know. Okay? Maybe even a double bird, because the more the merrier. Okay? The best part about flipping the bird, it's right there. You're not questioning where you stand with me. Right there. Okay? Fuck it. And I said that with my whole chest. Sometimes it's playful. Sometimes it's serious. That's for you to decide. Bonus ins that just missed the cut. Bugs, because you know I love bug hunts. ADHD, because I can't help that. Turtles, because Queen Emma made this list. And room temperature water. Big in. Big on room temperature water. Maybe it should have been an in. You get it. Outs. Number 1, hard pants. This is the easiest one. I don't even think it needs an explanation. If I have to button them, should I be wearing them? That's a good question to ask yourself. Number 2, crop tops. Cut it out. Stop it. Every brand that is only offering crop tops now, kiss my ass. and my belly button because you can see it. Hi, Patricia. Hello. How are you? Are you good? Are you in for 2026? You're in. You're so in. Beards. Bearded ladies in for 2026. Patricia said that. Crop tops. Can you go lay down? Because I can see your nose. Thanks, lady. Number 3, acting professional. This is an out because over here, we are the most unprofessional professionals you will ever meet. Okay. I have said suck my ass on our sales calls more than once. Number 4, cooking with toddlers. I've had enough of this. If the mess was worth the end result being that they actually eat the meal, I would do it every day of the week. But you do one make your own pizza night, get through the entire process, bake the pizzas, and then they look at you and tell you they're not eating it, you might flip the script too. Number 5, once again, for the second year in a row, giving a single fuck. It's out. It is out. And by giving a single fuck being out, I mean giving a single fuck about things you cannot control. Okay? Let go. Relinquish it. But also, give a fuck about the things that matter. Okay, bye. Bonus outs that just missed the cut. Dallas. Because fuck them. Sorry, Demi and Kelly. The word bitch, except when baby back is in front of it. Los Angeles. Out. Guys, what are we doing out there? That does it for my 2026 ins and outs, brought to you by Intuit TurboTax. Coming up, we're going to LA to meet Demi Lovato. In the meantime, some messages from me. If you're a real one, you already know I'm a lifelong germaphobe, and living in a house with 4 children, 6 and under, a large dog, and my husband, it forces me to confront that phobia on a daily basis. I've seen some disgusting things in my household. I mean, I have one child who every single time she goes to the bathroom, I have to remind her to actually wipe. I said what I said. The other day, Wyatt asked me why we go through hand soap so quickly. I thought that was obvious, but I did explain it to her. Fortunately, the CVS Health app has me covered so I can mount our family's defense against germs, especially during cold and flu season. Things I'm getting on the app are the standards, okay? You got the disinfectant wipes, you got hand sanitizer, because you're going to use that in the car until you can get to the sink and use hand soap, which I also get on the app. Why are you between me and the desk right now? What are you doing? You are 120 pounds. Get out. Thank you. I love you. I see you. I get it. I will let you out in a minute. You can also check your prescription status on the go, and CVS will tell me the moment my prescription is ready, which is important because you can't go into a store and waste time with kids. You got to be in and out, efficient. Go to cvs.com/app to learn more and download the app today. I'm very excited to talk about our next partner, Olipop. They have a brand new flavor that happened to be one of my official ins of 2025, but really every year. It's a Shirley Temple. I've been waiting for this moment to try it for the very first time on camera for the real ones. I'm not kidding. I legitimately have avoided tasting this until we could do it right now. That's very good. This helps us accomplish one of our ins for 2026, which is not leaving the house. Now, you don't have to leave the house to get a good Shirley Temple. We have it at home, and it's delicious. I've been a fan of Shirley Temples for pretty much my entire life. I still remember going to Alligators in Ardmore, if you know, you know, and we would get to have a Shirley Temple there, which was like a really special treat. Now that I'm an adult, one of the perks of being an adult is that you're allowed to have treats whenever you want. Their Shirley Temple is made with real ingredients, less sugar, and has prebiotic fiber to support gut health. You can try Olipop's new Shirley Temple flavor right now. And get this, you can get a free can of Olipop. Buy any 2 cans of Olipop in store and they'll pay you back for 1. Shop at Walmart, Target, Whole Foods, and thousands of other retailers near you. Sign up at drinkolipop.com/NGL. As a football family, we all know the real seasons around here. There's the regular season, postseason, preseason, and off season. And of course, Can't forget about the good old tax season. And as a former athlete myself and the spouse of a professional athlete, I think I can confidently say there's nothing more important than having someone in your corner, especially during tax season. You can match with a dedicated TurboTax expert who actually has your back and can do your taxes for you from start to finish, either online or now in person. Whether you do your taxes in person or online, your TurboTax expert takes taxes fully off your plate and will update you every step of the way so you don't have to worry. That way you can actually get back to the things that matter to you, like eating personal chocolate cakes, listening to Demi Lovato's new album, or watching my mother-in-law on Traders. Taxes don't keep business hours, and neither does TurboTax. TurboTax full-service experts are available 24/7. Now this is taxes. Visit www.turbotax.com. Only available with TurboTax full-service experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app. She's a multi-platinum, Grammy-nominated sensation behind some of the best pop bangers of all time, like Sorry Not Sorry, Cool for the Summer, and Confident. She just put out a new album called It's Not That Deep, and you can see her on tour this spring. She's also an actor, producer, and now she's officially Not Gonna Lie. Demi Lovato, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I am so excited to talk to you. I mean, your music is, every single time it comes on, it's an absolute bop. Which is probably cringe of me to say because I think bop is probably out by now.
No cringe. Who cares?
Right? Okay, yeah. It's a bop.
Thank you.
They are just so like, they're just like a good time. And like every time they come on, I feel like I like know every word and I sing along and it's delightful. All of your music.
Thank you.
Now, before we get into anything, this show is called Not Gonna Lie, so I actually have to call myself out for a second. I had Kylie Clarkson on the show, and I told her that she was the only Cowboys fan I'd ever have on. But now that you're here, I think we need to amend that. Just for the listeners, your mom was a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Yes.
So I'm going to give a free pass here.
Give me a free pass because I don't actually watch football.
So what you're saying is you could be swayed.
I'm not saying I could be swayed. It's in my blood and it's like my family loves the Cowboys and so therefore I, like grew up around the Cowboys.
Perfect.
And obviously like, yeah, understandable. We're a Cowboys family, but I don't actually, and I've never watched the games.
I can live with this. Kelly came on here like pulling stats, and I was like, hey.
No, that's not me.
Perfect. Okay. And what I will say is that I recently got, I don't know if it was a comment that tagged me or a DM, where someone was trying to figure out whether or not them watching the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders show.
Yes.
Was sacrilegious for an Eagles fan. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. So maybe I feel like it's separate. Maybe you could weigh in.
Okay, my opinion, there's so much history with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Like
yes.
and my mom like invested so much of her time and energy into that job and that was like her pride and soul. And so like I feel like if you can appreciate the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders for being amazing at what they do,
yes.
I feel like
you can separate it.
You can separate it. Yeah.
Okay, there it is. You can separate it a little. And with that, I say, go Birds. Because balance. It will not be me watching the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader show because it does still feel a little fucked up to me. But I'm gonna leave that one alone. Honestly, it is so impressive what they do.
It's so impressive. And my mom would tell me stories of like how difficult it was to like be on the field in 110-degree weather and not being able – this was back in the day of like not being able to like have frequent water breaks or crazy things like that where it's like it's different now. They put her through a lot, but it was all in the best way. Like
yes,
just hard work,
They were out there being athletes too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. You guys can do it though, because you got to respect the art. Like it really is. Like the performance of it is impressive. And that's not going to be me. Okay. Well, now that we have that figured out, I've been so excited to talk to you about your music because huge fan, like I said.
Thank you.
And we just got treated to even more music with your new dance pop album, It's Not That Deep.
Yes.
What is your personal favorite song from the new album?
Kiss, like, is just so fun to me and it like embodies what the album is, where it's like, I'm not taking myself too seriously. I'm having fun with it. It's sexy. It's flirty. And so I think Kiss is probably like my favorite from the album, but I also love Frequency. I also love Ghost. Ghost was like an emotional moment, Let You Go. Like it's hard to pick a favorite when
It's like picking your favorite child.
It's like picking. I mean, I don't have children, so
But-
I can't say. But
But
it
you know,
is, in a way.
it's wrong for people to pick their favorite child. That's what I've been told.
Right.
I have 4 daughters. I've been told it's wrong to pick your favorite child. Nobody has favorites, guys. Depends on the day. Now, Sorry to Myself is so
and that one too. That one's great too. I love that one.
I love that one, and I also
you.
love the way that you've done it on TikTok, because it just feels like so like it's every single time it pops up, I'm like, I'll go listen to it real quick.
Oh, thanks.
Because you have to scratch the itch. Is it true that you started writing this as a rock album and then switched it up?
Yes. So when I first started working on this project, I was coming out of my last album. Holy fuck. Can you say that? Or should I just say holy? Okay.
Oh, we say a lot of bad words.
Okay.
You say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay. So I was coming off of my last album, Holy Fuck. And that was like, I was in my rock era, and I was like, all right, let's go. And I was like, let's go even harder. Like, let's go even more rock with it. And as I started working on it, I was like in this relationship, very, very happy. And like, I found it really difficult to write happy rock songs. Like normally they're just like really emotionally driven. And here I am in this place in my life where I'm just like having fun, and it's very lighthearted. And then so I decided, I was like, okay, maybe I should switch the vibe. So I started trying on a few different genres and different sounds, and ultimately like what matched my emotions this album was the pop and dance sound that was just cohesive with what's going on in my personal life. And like, I'm having fun. I'm, newly married. Life is awesome. And I don't really have anything to be angry about right now. And so I'm not writing, music that's very angry.
Sure.
And it's just interesting how you think an album is going to start. When you think of an album and how it starts to where it actually ends up is really fascinating, and something that I love about making music.
And now you're taking this new album and all of your music on tour this spring.
Yes.
You can get your tickets now at demilovato.com/tour. How do you feel about one of your earliest stops on the tour, which is Philly?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Are you?
I have great memories in Philly.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I ran the stairs like Rocky.
Yes.
Like I've
perfect.
done that. I also just have played Philly a million times, and or what feels like a million times, and I have like good memories there. But like I have this one memory of me running on a tour stop, and like I ran through the streets of Philly, and it was cool.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because Philly's a great place to go, and everybody knows that.
You know what I'm dying to have is like a really good Philly cheesesteak.
Perfect. Okay.
So tell me where to go.
Angelo's is where you need to go.
Okay.
Angelo's is like the current, if you look it up, everyone's saying that Angelo's is the front runner.
Okay.
It's
Good to
very,
know.
very good. And I feel very strongly about this, that you might like Angelo's.
Okay. I'm going to try it.
Please do.
I'm
Their
going to try
pizza
it
is
when I
also
go
delicious.
on tour. When
Perfect.
I'm there. Yeah.
Okay. You tell me. I'll meet you there.
Okay. Do you want to come to the show in Philly?
Try to stop me.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Oh, 1,000%.
Oh, good. That'll
now,
be fun.
what can we expect to see on this tour?
Definitely a big show. And songs from my newest album, It's Not That Deep, but also songs from my catalog that are older. It's it's about having fun. I want to have fun. And we're at the fun process, right? Like or the fun part of the process where it's like we have a blank slate in front of us and, you know, I have yet to see what the stage is going to look like. I have yet to see what my outfits are going to look like. And like the collaboration process in all of that, you know, working with my incredible stylist and creative director. And like, so I have yet to like, I don't have any inside scoop, but what I can tell you is that I'm bringing Adela on the road with me. And she is just so talented. So like I heard this quote that was like, she's your favorite pop star's favorite pop star. And it's so true. She's just so cool. Yeah,
I'm so excited. Well, speaking of performing, I was just watching you absolutely crush it on New Year's Rockin' Eve.
Thank you.
Out of all of your songs, do you have a favorite one that you like to perform live?
I love doing Cool for the Summer. It's like challenging enough vocally to where it's fun, but it's not challenging to a point where it's stressful. So like there's no like crazy super high note like in Sorry Not Sorry where I'm like, oh God, am I gonna hit it this time?
Yes.
It's kind of like hard enough to where it's fun to sing, but it's not stressful. And so I love Cool for the Summer. And then I also just have like so many good memories to that song. And so it's just so fun.
Now we mentioned Kelly Clarkson earlier. I actually asked her.
I love Kelly Clarkson.
Don't worry. We're going to get there because I heard that your email address was
yes.
littlekelly@yahoo.com.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah. Well, the little was spelled with D's because Little Kelly was already taken.
Sure.
So it was Little Kelly. But I was so obsessed with Kelly Clarkson when I was a kid that I made my email address Little Kelly. Yeah.
I love that so much. Does Kelly know that happened?
She does.
And
Yeah.
how does she feel about that? Because I feel like that's...
I think she's flattered.
Right?
Yeah. I was on her show and I told her when I did her show. And then I recently saw her for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I told her again and she was like, I know you told me. And I was like, okay, I'm just making sure you know because I'm obsessed with you. And
Now, one of the things that I asked Kelly, which brings me to you saying like the challenging vocal songs that you have. I am not musically inclined whatsoever. And I just want to know how it feels deep in your soul when you hit the note that you like a really challenging song, when you hit it and you fucking nail it.
it feels so
Is that
good.
not the most satisfying? I feel it. My brain has told me.
Yes.
That must be one of the most satisfying things that you can experience.
Yeah, it really is. It really, really is. It's visceral, you know, like when I sing and I hit the high notes, it's not just because I can get up there and I want to show off what I can do with my voice. It's like the passion and the intensity behind what I'm saying means so much to me. And it like, it's so powerful that it truly is visceral when I'm able to like hit a note that in the studio or on stage or whatever, like, or sometimes in the shower, like it's such a good feeling. It's right up there with sex and chocolate and Taco Bell.
That's exactly what my brain told me.
Yeah.
Do you give yourself goosebumps?
No, I don't think so. I think like
have other people given you like when you listen to other people, have they like a
yes.
Kelly Clarkson when Kelly hits a note?
Yes,
like
definitely. I think for me, I'm so critical of my performances and even like my recordings, I would say that like I'm so critical it's hard for me to take myself out of that perfectionism to enjoy what I'm doing vocally.
Sure. Don't worry, we're all getting goosebumps for you.
Thank you.
Now you've sang with some absolutely amazing artists throughout your career, Christina, Ariana, Sam Smith, to name a few. Do any of your duets or collaborations stand out to you?
I would say my favorite collaboration that I've ever done would have to be Fall in Line with Christina Aguilera, because Christina is like Kelly Clarkson to me, and she was one of my biggest inspirations growing up. And every time I karaoke, I sing her songs. And
Do you have a favorite? What's the go-to?
there's one called Keep on Singing My Song. And
I thought for sure you were going to say Genie in a Bottle.
no. This one's like got this
I'm kidding.
long note at the end, and it's really fun to sing. I never get to sing it unless I'm doing karaoke or if I'm in the shower. But I just like, I really value that collaboration because it just means so much to me.
That's so much power in the collab. It's not even funny. Well, speaking of collaborations, I feel like I can't fully transition into 2026 until I talk to you about one of my favorite moments from 2025, which is when you made a surprise appearance at the Jonas Brothers concert.
Oh, yeah. I did.
Did you know that it would take over the internet the way it did? Because
I had a feeling.
I don't know. I always get worried because my algorithm is based on what I watch, right? My generation. I kid you not. It was every single it was like 6 deep before I got anything else, and then it went right back to it because my algorithm knew what I wanted to see.
Oh my God, you're so sweet.
What was the best part of it? Was it like the eruption of the cheer?
The eruption.
Was it?
Yeah, definitely.
God, was it so good?
It was so loud. It was so fun.
As it
and
should have been.
Everyone was just like, everyone was going crazy. And I think we all shared that same enthusiasm for the performance, because for the Jonas Brothers and I, it was getting back on stage for the first time together in however many years. It was really nostalgic for us as well. And so, hearing the crowd erupt with enthusiasm the way that we were excited to perform it just felt right and was really rewarding.
That's so cool. And the real ones know when it comes to TikTok, I always say you got to run to the comment section. So I got to shout out the top comment with 639,000 likes. All we're missing, and it is the Disney knees.
Yes.
Or the Disneys, if you will.
The Disneys.
For anyone who is unfamiliar with this phenomenon, can you explain to them the Disney knees?
The Disneys, I can't explain it. I just have to do it. No, it's like when you're standing up and you're so excited to be on stage that your knees collapse into each other. And that's all I can, that's the only way I can describe it. Yeah.
That's so good.
My knees glitch.
Now, circling back to that concert, the eruption of cheer and everything, but I was also talking to Ed Sheeran about the idea of which artist would be considered a cheat code for the loudest crowd in their hometowns. Is there anyone that you can think about? I said, Ed and I agreed, bringing Eminem out in Detroit would be like,
oh yeah,
cheat code.
Cheat code.
Who would you think?
When I think of like the loudest crowds, I think of Taylor. Like she'd probably have the loudest crowd on her.
That one's easy.
And
you
so
put Taylor in Philly, we're gonna be loud.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in Dallas that you think besides you?
Besides me.
Maybe Beyonce in Houston.
Oh, Beyonce in Houston, duh. Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to think of. I feel like the artists who sort of rep their hometown really hard are the ones who would get like the biggest.
Yes, of course. I just thought of an artist.
Please.
Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico. That would be the loudest crowd.
That would pop off in a way that I cannot. I want to see that.
Right?
Yes. I've watched it once.
Oh,
and they're
thank
very
you.
young, but they just loved the suggestion of like, we'll be princesses.
Yes.
Sure. First of all, when was the last time you watched Camp Rock?
So I watched Camp Rock like a couple years ago. Or maybe it was more recently.
Was it to pregame the concert?
I wanted to show Jordan, my husband, Camp Rock. He wasn't a Disney kid growing up, so he didn't see any of that.
So you had to educate him.
I had to educate him.
Got it.
We still have yet to watch Camp Rock 2.
Oh.
And I haven't showed him Princess Protection Program. So
sounds
we
like
have
you've
some
got
work to
movie
do.
night lined up for
for
a little while.
Exactly.
Now, what does he think? What did he think of Camp Rock?
He thought it was cute. You know, he's like, this is where you got your start. That's amazing.
I
So.
will say, every single time someone references Camp Rock, immediately in my head, it starts going, this is real. And, like, I can't stop it. Now it's going in my head, and I will have that for the next 3 days. And Camp Rock 3.
I'm an executive producer on it.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Does that mean?
Does that mean? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Blink twice if you'll tell me later. So, like you said, you're an executive producer.
Yes.
It comes out this summer.
Yes.
What can you tell us?
We are making way for the new generation to shine their light as bright as they are. And it's just really exciting to see a new generation step into the footsteps of us and just like, yeah, it's beautiful to watch a generation of new actors and performers have their moment. And I can't wait to see the final product.
This will be the perfect time to do a movie night with your husband.
Yes.
For Camp Rock 2 to pregame Camp Rock 3.
Yes.
This
Totally.
is perfect.
Yes.
There's speaking of Camp Rock and all the success you had in your Disney Channel days, did you ever reach out to other Disney actresses for advice or to just talk about that experience?
Like, are you saying like actresses that were on Disney before me?
Yes.
No, I didn't. And I think I was like really intimidated and kind of like shy when it came to asking for advice. Like I never had a mentor either. Like I don't know. I just felt like, I think I was maybe just shy. I wish that I had gotten advice, and I think it would have saved me a lot of trial and errors, like figuring shit out on my own kind of thing. But I'm grateful for the path that I've had without a mentor, without advice from others. So
do you, not having that mentor role yourself, do you feel like inclined to offer that to others that are coming up now?
I would love to be a mentor to somebody. And like guide someone through the journey that I went on, because when you do it alone, there's no manual on how to be a pop star. And there's certain things that I would tell. I actually did give like a little mini pep talk to the new cast of Camp Rock when I first met them. I met them as a group, and I was just like, hey guys, you know, and I gave them some advice. I'm trying to think what advice I gave them. It was like, you know, don't be afraid to ask for time off. Like, take care of yourself first. It's really important that you take care of your mental health, and so that you can do the other things that you want to do, like performing and acting. And but if you don't have your mental health, or if you get burnt out, like that can all go away. And so it's just like, it's important to take care of yourself.
That's such an important message. You, of course, got to meet so many incredible people in your career. And I'm sure it just continues to happen. But do you ever feel like you met someone along the way that made you truly starstruck?
Yes. I giggle
Besides Christina and Kelly.
Yes. I giggle because I get starstruck by like the most unassuming people, I guess. Like I could be in a room. I've been starstruck by huge artists, but like the most recent starstruck that I got was I was in a room with Lisa Barlow from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Yep.
And we were at a holiday party, and I saw her in the room, and I just like walked out of the room. And my husband was like, "You glitched, didn't you? You had to walk out of the room."
That
because
was such a clear and defined answer of fight or flight.
I it was fun to fight. I was like, and I saw her and I was like, I'm just going to keep walking. And it was
You
like,
Irish goodbye the fuck out of that room just because you were like, my brain can't handle this.
No, but the thing was is I went right back in the room.
Yeah.
Because I needed the food. It was like the
Sure.
room. The room had a buffet in it. I was there for dinner, and I was like, I have to eat the food. And I also wanted to like say hi. I just like in
Did
that
you
moment
say hi?
glitched. She actually said hi to me, which was really cool. And no, she
I
said
feel
hi
like
to
that's
me.
amazing that if you get that like excited to see someone and then they're like, oh, hi. And you're like, oh my God,
Yes.
they wanted to say hi to me too?
Yes. So that was funny. And it was a sweet little moment. She was nice. And I was totally starstruck.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Speaking of starstruck, you were a judge on the X Factor.
I was.
Along with Britney Spears.
Yes.
What was that like? And would you ever want to return to singing competitions?
I would only return if Brittany was a judge next to me.
Easy.
Yeah. It was so much fun. It was a lot of work, I will say. And I invested like so much of my energy into my contestants that were a part of my team that like I would get devastated when they would get sent home. Like I really was
All in.
I was all in. And so I think the emotional toll it takes on you is kind of like a lot because you just invest so much of your time and energy into these people's careers and it's the beginning of their careers. And so when they don't go on to the next round, you're kind of like, oh my God, was that my fault? Like, did I pick the wrong song for them or whatever it is? And so you just invest so much into the contestants and so yeah, I just like I think I would only do it if Brittany was next to me again.
We'll try and manifest it.
Yeah, we'll manifest it.
Sure, why not? You've performed on so many big stages. Grammys, VMA, Super Bowl, National Anthem. Do you have a favorite?
I would say looking back, my favorite memory, my favorite stage that I've performed on would have to be the Super Bowl. The National Anthem, because it was just like there's something about the Super Bowl. Everyone's watching it. And I was so nervous. I blacked out when I started singing. Like I finished and was like, was
and
that
you
good?
Still nailed it.
I don't know. Was that good?
That's
because
so impressive.
I was so nervous that I just like.
That's insane that version of a national anthem was autopilot. That's crazy.
Thank you.
Would you ever do it again?
Yeah, I would do it again.
Okay. NFL.
Yeah.
Let's go. Maybe we could manifest halftime.
I would love to manifest that.
Okay, let's do halftime.
I got a ways to go before halftime, but that would be sick.
I think we could plant the seed at the very least.
Yes.
We'll plant the seed. Now, something else we have in common is that we both like to cook. So I'm very excited about your brand new cookbook.
You like to cook?
I do.
Nice.
One Plate at a Time, Recipes for Finding Freedom with Food, which comes out March 17th. The first question, and I have to ask it, I think you can probably guess. Demi, what is your favorite dish?
I didn't see that one coming.
No?
No, I didn't.
Queen Emma swore you would.
Okay, my newest favorite dish is this pickle mug. It's like a mug that looks like a pickle. I love pickles and I love mugs.
Oh, perfect.
And my cousin Brayden got me that for Christmas this year. It was like a pickle mug. And it's my new favorite dish.
I'm gonna take this in a direction that Queen Emma was not prepared for. Do you have a favorite pickle?
Oh, I actually do. It's Vlasik's dill pickles, just original dill.
The spear?
Not the sphere, the whole pickle.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
But they're like this big. They're not like the movie theater pickles.
I'm sorry. What?
Okay, movie theater pickles, that's a Texas thing.
What?
That's a Texas thing. So
Is this going to be the first thing from Texas I've ever liked?
Maybe.
Well, that's a lie because you're from Texas.
Oh, thank you. And Kelly
Shit.
Clarkson is from Texas.
I know.
So
okay. First concept from Texas that I've ever liked. Okay, go ahead.
When I came to LA the first time I was out here, and I went to the movies at the Grove, I was like, can I have a pickle? And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'll have a pickle with my popcorn. And they were like, where are you from? Like, we don't do that here. And I was like, and that's when I realized, I was like, oh, it must be a Southern thing or like a Texas thing.
They give you a whole ass deli
big
pickle
in like this big jug. The jug is like this big. It's like just tons
This
of
is
big
like a barrel
pickles.
pickle from the deli.
Yes. And
You're fucking kidding me.
and you eat it while you watch your movie. And it's the best snack. It lasts you the whole movie.
fuck off. This is not a revelation I was prepared to have today.
Yeah.
What?
I'm serious.
With your popcorn?
Dead serious.
That sounds delicious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You take a piece of the popcorn and you dip it on the pickle. It's really good.
Oh, I know what I'm doing when I get home.
Yeah.
Wow. That was not, I wasn't ready for that. This is, you've just disrupted my whole thought process.
You're
okay,
welcome.
I'm gonna get back on it. I'm gonna get back. We're back. I'm gonna calm it down. A fucking movie theater pickle.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, I'm gonna ask for real now. Not about your pickle mug, which
Yes.
sounds lovely. From your new cookbook,
Yes.
what is your favorite dish?
It would be like picking a favorite child. I can't pick just one recipe.
Do you have a favorite right now?
I really
We won't
love
hold you to it.
my chili.
Ooh, it's the perfect
But like
time of year.
sometimes I really get into like a beef stew phase where like I make that a lot. I
But
made
chili-
the mac and
chili's
cheese.
perfect for, we're coming up on Super Bowl.
Yes. And
Chili
you know what
is
I want
the
to have?
perfect game day.
Do you want to know what I'm going to do for
In
Super
your
Bowl
pickle
weekend?
mug?
Maybe. But also, I'm going to have my own Super Bowl where I'm going to have my friends come over. We each pick a soup to make. And
a super
a Super
bowl.
Bowl. And so everyone picks a soup that they have to make and they bring it to
Stop
the Super Bowl.
it.
And whoever makes the best soup wins. Yeah.
I love this. Is there a prize?
I
Maybe.
have to think of one.
We'll check back.
Maybe it's the pickle mug. I'll have to consult
find
with
another
my cousin
one.
Brayden.
You'll
But-
have to find another one. You cannot.
Yes.
You cannot for sure give away the pickle.
I know.
Now, what made you want to put out this cookbook?
So I started cooking like a few years ago. I am not an expert by any means, but I'm somebody that's in recovery from an eating disorder. And when I first got into recovery, food was very, very overwhelming for me, to the point where when I would go to the grocery store, I would break down in tears because there was just food everywhere. And that to me was the enemy at the time. And when I got into recovery, they taught me the importance and the value of cooking and repairing your relationship with food through that way. And I found that cooking gives me, I found that cooking just kind of helps build my relationship with food in a way that like, I trust the food and it's fun. Or say you don't have, an eating disorder and you're not in recovery and you want recipes that are just easy and tips on how to, how to get started in the kitchen. Like you could be that person too. Cooking has been so healing for me and my recovery.
It is. I always say this, especially when I have guests on. I always like to give flowers where they're due. And I cannot thank you enough for being so open about your process and your recovery and what you went through, because raising 4 girls in this world, it's important to have people who will speak up about those types of things that are impacting a lot of people, oftentimes silently. So I really, really appreciate you not only creating this cookbook, but just even starting that conversation, you being open to discussing it is so incredibly special
Thank you.
for other people who are also going through it. So thank you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about Kylie Kelce, the Not Gonna Lie host, is doing just fine since she was dethroned by her future sister-in-law Taylor Swift as the most viewed guest in New Heights history. She reiterated during her special appearance on the podcast on Wednesday. Her husband, Sis-in, checked in to see how she's feeling during the show. Great, great, Kylie told Sis-in and his brother, Travis Kelce, then the mom of 4, who shares daughters Wyatt, 6, Elliot, 4, Bennett, 2, and Finley, 8 months, with Sis-in, said that she's always supporting the 14-time Grammy winner, which is why the singer's podcast feat didn't bother her. I'm always cheering on Taylor and everything that she does, Kylie said, adding, so the fact that I finally got dethroned, it was welcomed. Swift made her podcast debut on New Heights on August 13th. She was interviewed by Sis-in for a 2-hour episode, discussing everything from her love story with Travis to reclaiming her masters. After the fate of Ophelia Singer's appearance, Kylie quickly addressed her dethroning on her own podcast, officially no longer the record holder for the most watched episode of the other podcast. There's no way it's even close, and I love that for me, Kylie quipped on August 14. Swift had surpassed Kylie's 8.6 million views from her record-setting September 2023 episode in less than 24 hours. The episode has 24 million views on YouTube to date. It is very entertaining to watch the internet break, Kylie said of seeing the excitement surrounding Swift's appearance on New Heights. It's just crumbling apart, and I love it. I love it, she continued. I love that we know that a day before it releases, my interview on the other podcast is going to lose its long-tenured reign as most watched episode, and I welcome that wholeheartedly. Let's drop that sucker down. Sis-in even poked fun at the record-breaking moment at the end of Swift's 2-hour podcast, saying, I think Kylie enjoyed being the #1 most viewed episode for the time that she had. Travis chimed in, saying, don't you do that to Kylie, with Swift echoing the sentiment by adding, don't do that. You guys throw Kylie under the bus, you're gonna pay for it. While Kylie Kelce is addressing the swag gap in her marriage to husband Sis-in Kelce. The concept of a swag gap implies one person in a relationship has significantly more swag or style than the other. I am the one bringing the team down. It's me, it's not my husband, Kylie said, referencing her fashion. My husband, he's the one who's got the swag. Kylie added that when they first started dating more than a decade ago, the former Philadelphia Eagles player would stick to V-neck t-shirts in multiple colors. That was Sis-in's MO. He would just wear the exact same shirt in a different color, she said. And let me tell you, it hugged the biceps. It hung off the shoulders nicely. And it also emphasized how just it looked good. While she noted that Sis-in previously disliked suits so badly, since retirement, he's had to up his professional attire for his role on ESPN's Monday Night Countdown. He's wearing a suit on a very regular basis, Kylie explained, expressing how much she likes her man in smart attire. And let me tell you something. Don't ever ask yourself why we have 4 kids. You know? That's self-explanatory. Turn on ESPN on Monday night. I said what I needed to say, she quipped, but while Kylie acknowledged that Sis-in has more swag in the fashion department, she noted that it doesn't always translate to other realms of their life. He clearly has, a cooler swag to the way he dresses. Swag in general, overall swag. We've seen him dance, guys, she quipped. And I don't even need you to see me dance to know that's a low bar. And I will always knock him down a few pegs when it comes to him thinking he's a good dancer. She added, I mean, I find it cute and endearing, but, we've seen it. That being said, Kylie admitted she struggles with keeping her hands off her husband. Later in the episode, while discussing New Year's resolutions, the podcast host said she planned to emphasize more date nights and even a kid-free trip with her husband in 2026. You know what I do know? I know what came the last time Mom and Dad went on a no-kids trip, she said, seemingly referencing her pregnancy with daughter Finn. So, you know what else is in? Contraception. She also has encouraged, applauded, and comforted her husband, Sis-in Kelce, every time he took the field as center for the Philadelphia Eagles. After his retirement in March 2024, she also accompanied him on his new adventure as an NFL analyst on ESPN, on his sports podcast New Heights, which he hosts alongside his brother and Chiefs Travis, and in other businesses and projects. Now, she has shown her support for her mother-in-law, Donna, in an important decision. Kylie is not one to sit still, as she has proven by hosting her own podcast, Not Gonna Lie. Now, she has traveled to Aspen and is preparing to make her debut as a content creator at the Olympics with NBC. However, at 73, the mother of 2 NFL stars and Kai's mother-in-law is no slouch either. Donna Kelce has become a social media sensation and has been the talk of the town thanks to her experience as a cast member on Season 4 of Peacock's series The Traitors, something she kept quiet about. However, her decision to keep the mystery alive and hide details about the show from her family is something her daughter-in-law agrees with. She didn't tell us much at all, which I respect, she told People. You've got to keep the mystery alive. She also revealed that she has not yet seen her mother-in-law's debut on The Traitors, but hopes to catch up soon. I'm waiting until I can get home and give it my undivided attention, but I'm so excited. The mother of 4 girls also admitted that Donna's mystery about it only built up the anticipation to be able to watch it, so she is 100% on board with her keeping everything a secret, even though I would have loved to have some inside scoop, but I'm so excited to watch it. I love cheering her on, she said. Meanwhile, those who have seen Donna in action were her own sons, Jason and Travis, who commented on how surprised they were after seeing their mother on screen in the new episode of New Heights. She showed everybody what she's got. It was just so cool to see her in this moment, Travis said. I thought Mom did a great job. I loved watching her, Jason added. She was way more deceitful and devious than I thought Mom could ever be, which was surprising. Donna participated in the 4th season of the series, but was eliminated last week.